and this is from Tokyo. Thank you. I'm huge. こんにちは。I'm a huge fan of this series. こんばんはです。こんばんはです。こんばんはです。はい。ありがとうございます。
I see. It's late over there.
Hi, Jack and Ari. Nice to meet you.
Likewise. Hi.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
よし、さあ始めるぞ。
So, Huey and Annie have felt like the moral heart of this crazy show, but after living in this world for so long, they've both been deeply hurt by everything they've been through. And if you could give your characters a hug, what would you want to say to them?
Oh, God, I'd love to give Huey a hug.
I know.
It's like you must have but
Both
Annie.
of them need hugs desperately.
Oh God, what would I tell him, man? I would basically say, you're not alone. I'd say, just keep going. I know you've been through so much, but what I love about Huey this season is he's kind of this, like kind of beacon of hope, for everyone, as weird as that word is to say within the context of our show. So I think I'd want him to keep going with that because that's a very hard choice to make, to have hope. And, I feel like keeping that up, even though it's very difficult, is very rewarding.
Yeah, I think for Annie, I would say something along the lines of like, first and foremost, keep going. But second of all, that even though you feel defeated, the most self-defeatist thing you can do is to really indulge in that defeated sense. So in other words, going back to what you just said, retain the hope, because what you want to achieve can only be achieved with hope. And feeling defeated is actually, we all feel defeated at times, but is kind of the most self-defeatist thing that you can embody. It's just the ultimate like sense of being defeated. So keep getting back up.
まさにその通り。私を滅ぼそうとする奴ら、信じない者たち、裏切り者たち。
Eric, with great TV series like Game of Thrones and Stranger Things, the final episode often ends up dividing audiences. And as you approach the finale of The Voice, were you conscious of the fact that it would be very difficult to satisfy everyone, or do you feel confident that you found an ending that will feel right to a lot of audiences?
That's a great question. I approached it with absolute terror. I was not cool or confident. I was absolutely terrified because people do a weird thing where they retroactively judge a show based on the finale, right? Like, I've actually just been rewatching Game of Thrones with my son, and it is technically and creatively a groundbreaking, monumental achievement, which stumbled a little bit on 3 episodes in 8 seasons, right? And it just happened to have been the last 3. And so now everyone is like, Game of Thrones, meh. I'm like, really? That show changed the world, and it was so hard to make. And so I'm terrified of that response. So I was very, very careful. I mean, I think it ended up being helpful because I was so careful and combing through every word and kicking every tire I could and questioning everything. I think we pulled it off, question mark. I mean, people who see it tend to say it's good, but those are all people who work for me, so who the hell knows? But I really hope that when we get it out in the world, people appreciate it. My butt is clenched, waiting to see how people react to that one.
A Train began the series as someone deeply driven by self-preservation, but over time he moved closer to becoming a true hero. And is there part of the evolution that you personally connect with the most?
Oh man, one of the things about A Train that I connected to the most is one of the reasons why I love him so much is because, you know, I've witnessed him have these moments throughout the series that turned him into a real person, that made him more than just a character in the world of VOT. I feel like he was pretending to be a superhero for a long time, and then I got a chance to, like, you know, feel all of those layers be sort of ripped away and then reach his core and what really matters to him and what he cares about. And at the end of the day, it's just a very human connection that I have with this character, and I feel like I relate to him in ways now that I would have never related to him before. And you know, aside from that and the fact that even in facing off in death, he's still just so cool. I think those are the two things that I love the most. He's just cool, man. I love how cool he is under pressure.
He always has those sunglasses.
He always has the sunglasses. Once the glasses
You gotta do the thing.
What's the glasses?
You gotta do that.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Take those off. Yeah, but yeah, I love him. He's great.
あなたが必要だ、父さん。やったのか。何？近親相関が趣味か。違う。じゃあ何なのか説明しろ。
Jensen, in this final season, you reunited with some of your supernatural castmates, and when you saw each other again on the set, what was the first thing you said to one another?
You again? No, we still stay in contact quite often. We see each other quite a bit, so it wasn't like some long lost friend that you hadn't seen in a while. We stay pretty tight, and so I think that helped immediately with just the comfortability of being on set, playing different characters with each other. That was probably the most difficult thing, was not falling into the same routine that we're so used to doing with each other. You know, I obviously had something very different to play, as did Jared, as did Misha, and I was proud that these guys came on. I mean, I was a little nervous for them, you know, just kind of being. I wanted them to do great, and I feel like they really did, and I'm excited for the fans to see it.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah.
Erin, you recently said that the finale has more emotional gravity than you expected. Would you describe that weight as closer to sadness, loss, or more like the feeling of like we finally made it here?
I would say it's a little bit, you know, I can't say very much about the finale, but it's a mixture of both. Like the emotional gravity of the finale, like when you think about the show and everything that's happened thus far, and the inherent emotional gravity of every single episode because the stakes are so high from the beginning of the show, but particularly the last two seasons, seasons 4 and 5. When you think about the finale of season 4, that had a lot of emotional gravity to it, you know? So given that, the entire series finale is obviously going to contain a lot of emotional gravity that is a mixed bag of emotions, sadness mixed with other emotions that I would love to tell you, but I feel like they're going to be spoilers.
Yeah.
And then I also think that, like, you know, for those that have been with us since the beginning, there's an inherent emotional gravity to saying goodbye to all of these characters. Whether that means saying goodbye to them in their total finality of their lives, like whether they die or they don't die, we don't know. As Kripke has said, no character is safe, but there are going to be a lot of emotions swirling, I think, upon the finale being released.
Okay.
But I think I hope that it will be just as satisfying as it is emotional.
Anthony, Homelander has always seemed like the strongest man in the world, but in many ways, he also been driven by a deep fear of not being accepted or validated. And in this final season, did you approach him more as a man in control or as a deeply wounded child?
That's a good way of describing him, deeply wounded child. I think he's the best case of arrested development I've ever seen. He's so boyish. In the way he feels and deals with things.
完全に消え去れ。
I feel like you guys did a great job of letting the character sort of be what he is in the last season, and I had a blast playing him. I've had a blast for the whole 5 seasons, and I actually do think you stuck the landing in terms of the writing and where we went with it. So. Yeah, it's been a hoot, and I'm thrilled with just the entire thing, really, just being a part of the show and love the character.
仲良かったの？
喋ってる。
Do you mind if I speak Japanese with her a little bit?
Oh my gosh.
No.
Ooh, that's gonna be. It's been a while.
Go
It's
for
been a
it.
while. Yes.
福原さん、お疲れ様です。
お疲れ様です。
どうもどうも。元気ですか？
元気です。すみません。夜遅くに。
よかったです。いえいえ、とんでもないです。ちょっとあんまり時間がないんですけど、キミコ、今回のシーズンから本格的に喋るようになりましたけど、かなり口が悪いわけですけれども、これまでそのボディランゲージとか、手話とか、表情で表現していたことを今回からセリフで言い表せるようになったということで、なんか演技のアプローチとかキャラクターの解釈とかに何か変化とかありましたか？
そうですね。今回すごく口頭で喋ることがチャレンジで、ショーランナーのクリプキさんといろいろとミーティングをして、どういう声にするかだとか、どういうふうにキャラクター作りをするか、シーズン5すごくチャレンジだったんですね。で、でもポイントとして言いたいのは、シーズン1から4までおっしゃってたように、ボディーラングエージだとか手話とかで口頭で話せなくても彼女の言ってることはとても意味のあることだったことをなんだろう I think that's really important、すいません、日本語ずっと話したくてすごいいきなり敬語とか難しくなってで Yeah, I think、そうシーズン5からどういうことを口頭で言ってもいいのか、アクセプタブルなのかっていうのが彼女にとってわからないことなので、初めてのことがいっぱいあって、今回そういうところに、注目してもらうと嬉しいです。
This is like just like in the show. I'm like, you speak Japanese?
It's been so long.
What?
It's been like a really long time. So I'm sorry. I haven't brushed up.
I never knew though.
No, it was my first language, but right now I'm like,
wow.
Yeah, it's.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
I never knew. I had no idea.
Thank you. She speaks many languages.
Yeah, look at that.
How do you think fans will feel after watching the final episode?
Ooh, look, I don't know for sure, but I know that me as a fan of the show, reading the final episode, I thought it was a great conclusion. I think fans will hopefully be very satisfied by it. I think Eric and the writers have done such an amazing job every season, but especially this season, in wrapping up this really large, complicated show. I think they did it in the best way possible. So I think people are going to be really happy about it.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day.
Thank you so
Have a
much.
nice day.
See you.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Great job.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. あ
Thanks.
りがとうございます
Hospitality. Thank you.
ありがとう
ありがとうございます。お疲れ様です。おやすみなさい。
お疲れ様です。
はい、お疲れ様です。